What makes the CELTA assignments so frustratingly flipping well difficult to pass? If you're a CELTA trainee or if you're a person just thinking about TEFL, you have probably encountered this difficult, annoying part of your teacher training journey. And I'm here to break it down for you. What are the main pain points and how you can get around them? By the way, if you're new to this channel, my name is Fergus Fadden. I'm a CELTA teacher trainer, a TEFL trainer, and indeed I'm a coach who's created this YouTube channel to help you with CELTA, TEFL, Trinity, becoming a coach, and indeed the life of a digital nomad. Check out the link in the description for more on that. But let's get straight into today's video. What are some of the big pain points? Well, first of all, let's think about what are the assignments themselves. There are 4 assignments on the CELTA course, and they don't always appear in the same order, but I'm going to put them in the order that occurs to me. And that's going to be the LRT, the FOL, the LSRT, and the lessons from the classroom. Okay, what's LRT? That's the language related task. And that assignment focuses on language systems. So grammar, lexis or vocabulary, pronunciation, and functional language, and it focuses on analyzing those systems for the purposes of teaching. Then you have the SRT or the LSRT, the language skills related task, and that one focuses on teaching skills. So reading, writing, speaking, and listening, the various types of lessons that go with those skills and how to effectively deliver them to help your students improve with those skills. Then you have the FOL or the focus on the learner. And this is kind of like doing needs analysis on your students and then providing materials and solutions to address those needs. And lastly, as I mentioned already, you have the lessons from the classroom assignment. And this is actually the assignment that causes kind of the least kind of consternation with trainees. It's kind of the least difficult because it's reflective on your journey through CELTA already. So as I mentioned, these assignments don't always appear in that order. However, the lessons from the classroom is almost always right at the end. So let's look at them one by one. The first one, the language-related task. What's difficult about that and how can you get around it? Well, really, one of the most challenging things around the language-related task is what is being asked of me. So you could be asked to analyze a piece of language. So I have been to France many times, and have been to is the part that's underlined. Sometimes what's difficult there is realizing that you only have to analyze have been and not the words haven't been, but the grammar there. And that grammar in that case is the present perfect. Beyond that, what's difficult then is the number of resources and the depth of resources. Okay, what do I mean? Again, let's look at grammar. So the primary grammar books for teachers, they're often referred to by the names of the author. So there's Parrott and Swan, and these are grammar books written by Michael Swan and Martin Parrott. Sometimes I mix up Michael and Martin because it's both 2 M names. But these are very, if you look at these books, they're really thick and dense. And if you get into one of those books, you're going to find about 40 pages on the present perfect in each book. So you might be asking yourself, okay, I have to do this quarter of assignment, which has word limit of about 1,000 words based on 80 pages of deep, intense linguistic analysis of the present perfect. So where do I even start? Then you might also look at some other books, what are called like student grammar books. So the more famous ones there are called English Grammar in Use. But then there's 3 different levels. There's the advanced, intermediate, and elementary versions of those. And then you have a plethora, a magnitude, an ocean of websites and other books and materials dedicated to grammar. So where do you even start? Okay, my advice here is actually go to a student's book, like a book that you use to teach students in the class, and go to the back of that book, and 9.9 out of 10 course books will have this grammar section at the back of the book. To me, that's your starting point. Look for an example of this grammar point, whatever it may be, and start there. Why do I advise that? Because you're taking a course called CELTA, which is designed to get you teaching students pretty quickly. And therefore, you just need to be able to go to the depth of those course books rather than go to this deep linguistic kind of analysis. Now, are the Swan and Parrot grammar books useful? Absolutely, because you might go to that course book and say, okay, this is kind of my scope, but I don't really understand it that well. So go and read the teacher's grammar book, get more understanding of what you're talking about, but then go back to the course book and use that as the scope or the range of depth that you need to go into. Now, just at this point, I just want to draw your attention to a link in the description. Some people might call this a shameless plug, but I don't think it is in this case. I have created an e-learning course to help people pass the 4 CELTA assignments. Now, you can find that course over on my website. I go through each of the 4 assignments one by one. I also provide PDFs and audiobooks in this course to help you along your way. And I provide examples and the kinds of feedback that I have given trainees through correcting hundreds, maybe even thousands of these assignments. One of the other big pitfalls is this: it's not paying enough attention to the rubric. What is the rubric? The rubric is basically the question that you're asked. It's the assignment that you're given. And people may say, of course, Fergus, I'm going to read the rubric. Well, if you read the rubric in close attention to detail, you'll see part of it where we, the CELTA tutors, we're correcting your assignments and we have to put the grade. And you're going to see usually a table there with 4 or 5 statements that says the trainee has done this, the trainee has done that, the trainee has done the other. It's basically a checklist. So if you use that rubric to kind of ask yourself, have I done this thing it's asking? Have I done that thing it's asking? That's going to help you check at the end. But also flip that can become your framework for writing the assignment. Just look, what are the things that my tutor is correcting me on, and just write to that. Make your life as simple as possible. I always say this, it's a bit of a cliche, but it's so true. KISS, keep it simple, silly. Okay, a big thing then is the stress. If you're doing especially an intensive 4-week, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 CELTA course, the workload really builds up and you're trying to write a lesson plan and you're trying to write these assignments and you're trying to deal with the stress of the day that you've just had and the one that's just about to come, and then your whole life on top of that. I get it. I feel you. I've been there. I've seen many people go through that. You're not alone. I just want you to know that, first of all, the stress, it's a real thing. But a few things I'd say to that. First of all, it's going to be over soon. It's a 4-week course. It feels really long when you're in it, but when you look back on it, it'll feel like it went by in the blink of an eye. However, real tangible takeaway advice that I can give you there is get ahead of your assignments. Honestly, take my course. It's going to help you get prepared. If you're thinking about doing the CELTA now, a week, a month, 2 months in advance, go and do that course. It's just going to let you know everything that you have to look out for so that when you go and do those assignments, you're ready to go. You know what you have to put in there. And by the way, if you're not doing CELTA, but you're going to do a TEFL course or you're just interested in English language teaching, these assignments, while they are for the CELTA course, they're designed to help you become a better English language teacher. So they are still useful to you if you want to get an entry point into the world of TEFL. I strongly advise you to go and do that. But really, timetable yourself. See, what have I got coming up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Have I got a bit of free time here? Okay, let's get a start done on that assignment. Get as much ahead of yourself as you possibly can, because time in general is your most precious commodity. But certainly while you're on CELTA, you got to take care of how you're allocating pretty much every hour of your day and making sure that you are setting yourself up for success. And that also includes, by the way, making sure that you have some downtime as well, so that you're not spending every minute stressed out, working. If that's all you're doing, then it's going to be more and more difficult for you. So get ahead of your deadlines as much as you possibly can. Another big point that I really empathize with is that the content, it's all new. So you could, read one of these books or even go to the back of your course book or any of these methodology books and you're reading and you say, okay, I understand these words, but what does it all mean? So, in that context, you got to reach out for help. First of all, ask your tutor. If you're struggling with something, ask your tutor to give you some direction. Talk to your course mates. And then, of course, there's people like me on the internet offering help. I have a community full of other teachers who have been there, done that before. Ask questions. Make sure that you're not suffering in silence. Of course, it's easy for me to say, I'm a CELTA trainer. I've been through it. I've marked 100,000 assignments at this stage. But I only mention that not to kind of say, I'm finished and you're the one suffering through this. No, my intention there is to communicate to you that you will get through it and you will see the wood from the trees and things will become clearer to you. These moments of struggle are just the necessary part of learning. Let me know, are you struggling with the assignments? Are you struggling with one assignment more than the other? If you've done the CELTA already, which assignment did you find easiest? Which one did you find hardest? And what advice would you give to somebody who is in that position right now? Thank you so much for watching. All that's left for me to say is bye for now, and I'll see you in the next one.